Hi everyone, this is another global modifications for S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl United Pack 2 and 1, and we start. Let's talk. My hair is buzzing. Where am I? Oh, you're alive. I thought there were no people here, only zombies and the dead. You are in the death truck. Usually it takes away corpses from the center of the zone. Corpses? Yeah, I know. I look more like a corpse. Yes, you do. Take this first aid kit and gun. Sorry, but I don't have any bullets for it. But try looking in the houses around here and see that you can find. Where do I go now? Go to the newbie village. It's beyond the bridge. Where in the basement you will find doctor. He will treat you and tell you what to do next. And at the same time, say hello to him from me. Tell him that Stargazer will be waiting for him beyond the bridge. He knows where. When we'll get to the center of the zone, I'm sure I'll see you again. If you fulfill the request, you will find a small gift. By the way, the military are under the bridge. They won't let you pass unless you give them a bottle of vodka. I don't have any, but on the farm to the right of the road. There is a hiding place. There has to be somewhere. And the place is inhabited by mutants. So be careful. And remember, if you walk into an animal, you're dead again. Yeah, and look at your PDA. You have a message there to kill someone called S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Thank you for the first aid kit, a gun and the advice. I'll try to get to the doctor. Okay, this is our first mission, and now we must to find some bullets. We don't have any. Excellent. We're all almost dead. Blind dogs. Shit. Yeah. I know where we can find something interesting. Bullets, some food, and something like that. And now we'll get it. This is our first point. Alright. Now we can go faster. The first point with some goodies is this attic. Oh shit, we don't have a knife now. But we can broke this. Oh, bullets for shotgun and ah, a med kit and some bullets. Alright. 20 bullets, not so bad. Wait a second. Well. Alright, it's better. Pseudo dog. Okay. Done. Huh. Without a knife we can't. Alright, now we need some bullets. No, no, no. It's not interesting for me. I don't have so much bullets. But now we have almost 50 bullets. Alright.
Внимание, сталкеры! Мы только что обнаружили, что некоторые артефакты стали быстро вырождаться. По нашим данным, сразу у нескольких сталкеров после недавнего выброса некоторые артефакты самопроизвольно превратились в булыжники. Мы еще не выяснили.
Let's take some vodka.
Так что будьте начеку, парни. У меня все, конец связи.
For soldiers. Не, no, no, no. Alright. Alright. A bottle of vodka and a medkit. That's cool. Fuck. Mm.
What are you standing there for, stalker? If you want to go through, come up and we'll have a chat. If not,
Alright,
I
alright.
suggest you take off before we get angry.
Vodka, vodka. I know. Let's go. Ah. More bullets. Excellent, excellent. Major Kuznetsov. Alright. Your soldier's eyes lit up almost literally when I gave him a bottle of vodka for a passage. Okay, interesting. Let's admit it might be. And what job it is? Alright. We get our mission. Now we must to find 10 bottles of vodka for Kuznetsov. And later we can get something interesting, I think. Let's check the farm. And we have an artifact here. But how we can get it? It's a radioactive thing, and without artifacts or radiation we can get it because we all die. Some bandages and bullets for a shotgun. Not bad. Let's take it. Bad anomaly. If you get in, you'll kill your armor. Another bullets for Kalashnikov. And silencer. Alright. What else? Gas. And we have a bandit jacket here. Alright. Finally we get our first armor. PDA and money. Excellent. This is another mission. NJ, military. Another military, all covered in blood. In some places, the ink bled from the water and blood. Alright. And now we got another mission. And first, we'll kill a sniper. Let's go.
Командир, нам придурки слушали, зашумнем? Отставить. Ни хрена дело не безопасно. Ну пусть живет.
Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, finally. Almost. Find a sniper named Fenrir. Alright, we'll try. But it's not so easy. And not very soon.
Сталкеры, последнее китайское предупреждение. Не носите вы с собой тяжести сверх лимита. Я уже задолбался ремонтировать ваши рюкзаки. Как будто у меня другой работы нет. Все, больше принимать их не буду. Порвете рюкзак, потеряете хабар, пеняйте на себя.
Let's find some loot. Some food. Energy drink. Доктор. Bread and energy drink. More food. Доктор. Hello kid, how do you feel? I feel really weak. Who are you? Are you a doctor? When Stargazer sends his greetings, he said that he will wait for you beyond the bridge. But who am I? Yes, I'm a doctor. My name is also Doctor. Who are you? I know who you are, but until you remember yourself, I won't speak to you. You must remember the cave. You need to find the lonely miner and burning gas, the monsters. Drink this sleeping potion, and you should remember something while you are sleeping. In the meantime, while you sleep, I will give you a threat to Seagate. He will give you everything as soon as you wake up. So after you wake up, you go talk to Seagate. He is a local merchant. But if the door is locked, he's probably sleeping. So you will have to wait until he wakes up. And I will go to Stargazer. Thanks, I'll try your medicine. Maybe it will help. Alright. Some articles, medkit and doctor's medicine. But now we will not to drink it. We must to check this village for some loot and later. Maybe. Vodka, energy drinks, excellent. Another box. Again vodka, excellent. We need a lot of for Kuznetsov. And now we have 6 bottles of vodka and we need 4 bottles more. Let's try. And we still don't have a knife and it's not so cool. Bandage. No more bullets. We can't break this box with an artifact. Alright. We have some loot here. Bullets for Kalashnikov. That's cool, but we don't have Kalashnikov now. We have just a pistol and that's all.
Все, завязывай. Досить уже инструменты ломать.
Alright, we don't have more bullets and we can break another boxes. So now we can drink
Мастер! Добрый играешь.
doctor's medicine and go to the cave. Let's go. Some money. Alright. The game is crashing, but we'll try again. Alright, let's start. An artifact and a bunch of loot. Excellent. Let's use all this. Poltergeist heart. Excellent, excellent artifact. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Now we must find the miner. A bunch of monsters here. We can't. And what we get, what we have here? Mutants' bodies and nothing. Builder. What the fuck? Alright, we can go there. So let's try this way. What the fuck? What the fuck? the skull that we have immortality here, because you see that bunch of zombies. We have grenades. Oh no, alright, we have. That's cool. Lucky strike. Alright. I hope it's all. Miner. Hey! Hello, who are you? I'm Miner. I've been here since the Chernobyl accident. There were more of us, but only 3 remain. The others died. Some from monsters, some from diseases. This is an old mine. Part of it collapsed after the accident. How do you survive here, and what used to be here? We got used to it. We haven't seen the sunlight for a long time. I'm afraid we'll go blind if I go outside. No one has come here from the surface for a long time. We used to mine a coal here for the power station and for the locals for their heating at home. We were trapped here after the Chernobyl accident. Then the monsters and anomalies appeared. After them came a few soldiers. They called themselves Freedom. They helped us then, so we decided to join them. So why are you here? I don't know how I got here. I only know one thing. I need to give you a piece of a monolith. I will come back for it someday. It's very radioactive and I can't lug it around anymore. Okay, leave it. If your feelings tell you so, then that's what you should do. Maybe we'll meet again. Here, take this medication for the road. It helps with fatigue. I will write you a receipt as a gift. I accidentally found it in the cave. Maybe it will prove yourself useful. Thank you. If I survive, we may meet again. I know that I need to give this piece of monolith to someone, but to whom and where? When I find out, I will come back. Alright, another articles. And miner's medicine. Is there anything interesting? Nothing. Alright. Okay. Okay. Huh. Or you can create the stash. Excellent. Let's go. We're back to Cordon. And now we must to talk with Sidorich to take our next mission of storyline. Okay, let's
Идем мы
go.
как-то с корешем в районе гаражей. Тихо вокруг, спокойно. Мы расслабились, за жизнь
Excellent.
толкуем. И тут
And
в
where
метрах в
is
50
all
от нас из-за пригорка
loot
выруливает стая
that I
кабанов.
got?
И буром прет на...
Від долі точно нікуди не втечеш. Що написано,
Fuck,
так воно і буде.
I lost it? What the
Ей, жаль, ти
fuck?
мучився.
Послушайте, мужики,
Досі ніхто регалівки дешевої не вибудував.
Alright,
Кто там ломится? Если не
Sidorich.
прошел осмотр у доктора, который в лагере, не хрен тебе тут делать. Может, ты больной. А если с доктором поговорил, лекарство выпил, тогда заходи. Поболтаем.
I'm not sure, but my loot can be here. Yes, yes, it is.
So
Alright.
you're back. The choice is
Yes,
yours.
I'm back.
Either I brainwash you like I usually do with all the rookies, or I treat you like a real stalker and I give you a mission straight away.
And what type of work?
Got a job for you, Marked One. I want you to find a stalker called Nimble. He was carrying some very important information. He disappeared somewhere near the bridge. Find him. Dead or alive, I don't care. I need the flash drive with the info. Visit Wolf from the local camp and ask him. He certainly knows where that guy can be.
Continue. Ah, that's all. That's all. Alright, now we must to take a flash from Schustry. Nimble. And what we... I need some equipment. No, I don't have. We have almost 300 rubles, but we can't buy nothing, just a bandage and but we don't have, we
Man,
don't
dog
need.
food is more valuable than this.
We have something here more interesting. We don't need it. It's broken and we don't have bullets for it. And we don't have vodka now. Okay,
Well, good
let's
hunting,
go.
stalker.
Hi, who are you here? No, why are you here? Hi, I need to see Nimble. Would you know where I could find him? Nimble got a raw deal. His group was attacked by some bandits a little ways from here. All he could do was send me an SOS message. It looked like his pulse went under. My ghost told me these bastards are now at the old car park, the one across the road. You don't rescue your own people from prison? Not what I would call friendly. Or is it that you're just too weak to do it? I'd bob you one, but what's the use? It's not that simple. I got too few people, and even those I got mostly Rockies. I can't take that risk. If we lose this camp, things will get even worse for all the stalkers out there. And what about yourself?
Класс.
If you aren't too scared, I won't let my pride make me say no to a helping hand. So, will you help me deal with these facts?
А баба домашнего.
Think I could do it alone? Nah, you stand no chance to on your own. My scouts are good soldiers, and right now we are right behind those freaks. Together you can make a run for it. What do you think? You got the guts? I'll try.
Сунеться ото молодий сталкер зону. Тут бац.
Guys, I'm sending someone your way, so wing it. You may attack if necessary. Over.
All right, Wolf, send him in. As long as he stays out of the way. Out.
Тут глянь, мужик якийсь неподалік став бичить. І ні на солдата, ні на найманця не скидається.
Excellent.
Зовсім ніяк. Зрадів, значить, молодий.
Working on it.
Так і так мовляв, а не підкажете?
Any job, not job.
Те обійти. Той каже, мені теж той бік.
Oh,
Так що пішли разом.
more bullets. Excellent.
Добре так.
Our first artifact. Stone blood. Radiation resist. Health. Excellent. Excellent.
Крутків розболиться. Один.
I remember another box here. here? Oh, another energy drink. Bandage, 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 and what is this? Anti-radiation medicine. Now we can go. What the fuck? No, it's not cool. I don't want to use medkit. Let's try again. Someone here. Толик. What's up? You're alive? Now yes. Give me a medkit.
Thank you, Mark
Alright.
1. You're okay, you know that? I'll be sure to tell everyone at the camp that you helped me out.
Thank you, friend. What's up? Alright. Bandits. Alright. I need a nimble. I must go. You look hesitant. Do you wish to ask me something? I met one veteran stalker lately. Split a battle with him, and he told me about the way of getting mid-chunk artifact out of the two others. Also with the tail of the dog needed for that. I tried to catch one myself. See, I was barely alive then. What the fuck? Fucking Tolik. Okay, let's go. Energy drink and more bullets. Excellent.
Pipe down, man. Let me fill you in.
Hello. Wolf has already sent word of you. You got any questions? Yes. How many bandits at the camp? 7 or 8 people. 2 by the gate, 2 more in the building, to the right near the fire, and another 2 in the one to the left. That's where we are keeping nimble. Someone usually hangs around the yard as well. That's about it. Shall we say a prayer and go? No, a wheel would make too much noise. I'll go on my own. Well, do as you please. Shout if something is up. To hell with you, Rambo wannabe. Alright. Anything interesting? Can you tell me something interesting? No, not interesting. Let's go. Our first bandits. Three bandits out. Four. Fuck. Fuck. But five out. Alright. Alright. Two people. I know. Where is he?
You'll be wishing you were dead. I didn't lie to you, honest.
He is there.
You listen to me. If you
Now
set our
we'll kill
power,
him.
I'm going to waste you. No, no, I didn't.
Fucking post effects.
You'll say,
Ah,
punk. If this hideout story is a lie, you're right here. Help me.
that's all.
I owe you, brother. I could never thank you enough.
Excellent. Thanks, brother. You did us a great service. I don't even know how to thank you. Listen, I need the flash drive you were taking to the trader. Do you have it? Yeah, I got it. Those morons can't even do a proper search. Well, what the heck. Take it. After all, you saved my life. It was well hidden, but these thugs can't frisk for shit. Thanks, where did you keep it anyway? Who knows, might come in handy. I didn't keep it down there, so don't worry. I worked for Trader for a long time, so I can store information safely. By the way, I told the thugs a nice little story about a cache full of artifacts, and they ordered one guy to go there. The cache exists, but it's only got one artifact. I can give you its coordinates if you want. Sure, thanks. But don't forget, There is lots of wild animals there. Besides, the gangster they sent is armed with more than a scope and a shovel. So be careful. Thanks, man. Info on artifacts transmutation. Yesterday one of the local bandits, after having drunk too much, began to boast that he would soon be rich, that he could make some cool artifact out of jellyfish, so shall we try it? If you bring me a jellyfish, I will share this info with you. Quite interesting, let's try. If there any job? Yes, something is needed. Find a new mail jacket. Get new mail jacket. Alright, no problem. Nothing. But the task? Story. Not interesting. See you. And now the energy drinks. Oh, more vodka. Excellent. I think we have 8 bottles and we have 2 more. Nothing. Excellent.
Надо было все-таки еще банку тушенки взять.
More bullets. That's cool. Some loot. Shotgun. More bullets. One more bandit. I think I don't took this. Okay. Let's return to Seagate. Now we got a flash and now we can take other mission of Sterling. Whoa, man! Now that was something. You wiped them out and left nothing for us. I'd never believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. That blew me away, man. Help you? With what exactly? You want to get a shotgun? Alright, let's try. Something interesting? Can you tell me something interesting? See you. Dogs. That's cool, but where I can take 2 bottles of vodka? Interesting question. Wolf. What you can tell me? So, how is going? We went over the car park with a fine-toothed comb. It's all clear now. Whoa, my man, tell me you gave them a real beating. Here, take this money. Just a memento, not counting our huge gratitude. Plus, I got something else. for you here. First aid kit, bandage, 420, grenade, and bullets. Excellent. Where and what for should I run? One of the stalkers was delivering me a very important document. Alright, you want this document. Oh, but it's on the way. Sure, I will bring it to you. I've got some questions. Thank you. Is there any job? Not job. So, we get some missions and...
So you're back.
Hello, Machine. How is going? Now it's all clear. Where is the flash? Here it is. Alright. Got any special missions for me?
Marked one. I've done some
Listen.
thinking, and here's what I'd like to offer. Generally speaking, what you really need is to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, right?
Let's assume I do.
Anyway, here's the thing about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's a stalker that goes by this name. They say he's found a path to the northern reaches of the zone. That is a virgin area, a real gold mine for artifacts. Yeah. Anyway, I can help you find him. However, as you can imagine, it won't be a free ride. You'll have to work it off. But in the long run, we'll both benefit. You're going to waste that S.T.A.L.K.E.R fella and find out what happened to you, and I'll find... well, I mean, I'll get my share of our mutual profit. So what do you say? Deal?
Go on.
Alright, listen. You mean business, I can see that. And I mean, we need guys like you. We're doing sort of an investigation with some other traders. We want to open up a path to the north, to the center of the zone. And near the center, something or someone is trying to hamper our progress. How the heck this S.T.A.L.K.E.R managed to sneak through, I don't know. You see, there's this one area where your brain starts boiling. An eerie place. Anyway, to cut a long story short, a couple of guys have been spying on those grunts for me, not far from here. Apparently the ones at the Agroprom Research Institute have dug up something major. I'm positive it has something to do with the center of the zone. Anyway, whatever they've dug up, it's secured somewhere on the 3rd floor of the Institute. And we really need this stuff. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Once you have the briefcase, don't bring it here. Take it straight to the barman. He runs the Stalker bar at 100 rads. I'll upload the coordinates and all the data you need to your PDA. Clear?
Understood.
You'll need to go north through the garbage, then turn west. You'll end up at the Agroprom Research Institute after a few kilometers. And be careful, the radiation level is way too high at the garbage. So I suggest you invest in some anti-rad. Or some vodka. Well, good luck.
Alright. A standard mission of Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl storyline, but we must do it. Alright, how we can take some money? You can help me with an artifact. I'll give you more than other traders. And where I will search it. There is a place not so far. Where an artifact, Night Star. If you give it to me, I will pay to you. Alright. Directive artifact. If I will find something, I'll give it. Oh. Eliminate the camp, Corpo. What else? No, now we don't have nothing. Why are you so joyful? Why? I've been thinking about you. As you were retrieving the flash drive from Nimble, I also wrote a poem about you. Do you want to hear it? Sure, let's hear it. Wait a bit, you stalker, just give us some more time. You'll have your dear zombies, you'll have your slog beside. And also the controllers will get to everyone with their root hole where we'll grow into your brain, into our brains. And there are pseudo giants, the miraculous jumpers. They rush about the zone like horses at the race. Not so interesting poem. Alright, if you're interested, you can stop this and read it. Okay, a lot of text, but we got a new mission. And now we must to find the first stash in the village of Rockies. With a storyline of collector. We'll find a lot of stashes with some loot and something more. Okay, we will buy it and this. Okay.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there. Now that's the way to go.
Let's go.
Well, good hunting, Stalker.
Alright, we need an artifact for sewerage. More we need. Alright, we need documents for the wolf. And let's find it.
Just think about it, man. Next time it could be you in its place. Anyhow, be extremely careful near anomalies. As soon as you hear the detector beeping, grab the bolts and toss them in front of you. Alrighty, talk to you.
A medkit, another medkit, and here we have another artifact, and this is battery, electric shock 15%, excellent, not bad, I'll take it. But now we need a knife, and we can get it from Kuznetsov. So let's go to Kuznetsov and let's see. Alright, I need to destroy this camp, but later.
What are you standing there for,
Kuznetsov,
stalker?
how
If you
are
want to
you?
go through, come up and we'll have a chat. If not,
Excellent.
I suggest you take off before we get angry.
I have 3 bottles of vodka. I need 1 more bottle and I can complete this mission. But I need to go there. I don't have any vodka. Major, you look chillish. Your bird is coming soon and yet you kind of upset. Listen, I have an important job for you. I need you to find a stash with one very valuable thing for me. Well, seems nothing of a problem. Where do I find this stash? It's not that simple. I don't remember the exact location of the stash. Okay, where's this story of a long time ago? We were coming back from a raid on choppers. It was a long way home, so we got bored and felt like playing cards. As we were still playing, the alarm went off in the cockpit, like at a missile attack. Luckily, our pilot was skilled enough to evade whatever was threatening us. Who attacked us we never found out. We were lucky to have safely escaped. Wow, you were lucky indeed. But what's this have to do with the stash? That's what. During the evasive, the door of the passenger section opens slightly, and all the cards flew out. On the back of each card in the deck was written a letter. All the 36 letters form a clue as to where a stash is. To get this clue, you need to arrange the cards in the correct order. Only the entire deck is lost and it needs to be found. Looks like you will be wandering around the zone for some time, so maybe you will be able to find the lost cards. Keep asking stalkers if they saw something like that. Some intricate way of keeping stash hidden. But what's in it for me? In that stash were a lot of valuable loot that I've collected during the raids. I need an old military album from this stash. There are the photos of my friends with whom I served as a conscript before the Chernobyl accident. Some of them are no longer alive. I want to keep this album as a memento. If you find the cards and the stash and bring this album, then you can keep all the remaining loot. Also bring all those cards cause it's boring here. Well, what do you say? Sounds good. One more thing. True. Even if I found all the cards, how can I get the clue out of them? The note suggesting the order in which the cards are to be arranged to form the clue is in one of my two backup stashes, either in the Red Forest or in Pripyat. I wrote down their coordinates in a hurry, and the old maps don't match the present ones in the EDA. I need some time to bring the two conformity with each other. I will inform you about the location of the stash with the note later. Better start searching for the cards themselves. Without them, you won't be able to get the clue about the stash. Well, will you help or not? I will certainly help this good cause. Memory is second. Okay. Okay, and now we can get a knife. Listen, Major, perhaps you have another special job for me. I do have, and not just one. Choose. And here we need bloodsucker at the checkpoint. Why? I haven't seen any bloodsucker nearby. That's lie. I saw it in the cave. Alright. Watch and learn. Okay, now I need kill the bloodsucker just for a knife. But it's not so easy. Where is he? Okay. Okay. Number 2. Alright. Now I can take parts of monsters. That's cool. Kuznetsov, what you can tell me about that? I fixed the blood-sucking beast. It was as fast as a hare. Turns out I was wrong in thinking of you as a mommy's son. Fuck. Okay. Now we must get an artifact for Seagate and a document for a walk. What the fuck? Where is the artifact? I don't sure.
What are you standing there for, Stalker? If you want to go through, come up and we'll have a chat. If not, I suggest you take off.
Alright. The Night Star is here. Excellent. Okay, where is another dogs? The That's not all. Okay, completed. Where is another dogs? Alright, I did it, and now we need 5 tails for Tolik. Alright. Anomalies. Alright. And another artifact. What the fuck? What the fuck? And what we have? Flash. Excellent, we need it. And sparkler. We need it too. Excellent. But now we'll go further and let's talk to Stargazer. As you remember, he must to take me an artifact.
Looks like he had a rough time and needs help. He came back with some type of critters all over him. He says he won't last long. He just might know something about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. You gotta go see him right now. Here are his
Alright, 2 flash eyes. We need it in the future. Alright, another artifact. Okay.
Слушай, устал я. Не до разговоров мне.
I wondered... Wait a minute. Why is your jacket dirty with blood? Did you kill people again? Listen to me, my friend. Evil cannot be evil. Oh, alright. What the fuck?
Выручайте! Кто-нибудь! Помогите!
Radiation.
Мужик, сюда!
What the fuck? Radiation.
Выручайте! Кто-нибудь! Вот так и загнешься. Не за хвост собачий. Эй, кто-нибудь! Вот так и загнешься. Не за хвост собачий. Эй, кто-нибудь! Мужик, сюда! Вот так и загнешься.
I have fulfilled your request.
Помогите!
Thanks. And we get Tears of the Elector. That's a cool artifact. And now we can irradiation. Better. Better.
Мужик, сюда!
Alright.
Выручайте! Кто-нибудь!
Remember, if you meet a wounded man, you need to give him first aid. As it becomes obvious that you are kind enough to everyone, I will let you know when you will find me and we'll talk. Doctor, I'll try. Okay, save a lot of people. This is the second time we meet. Do you feel any better now? Have you remembered anything about yourself? No, I haven't, but I had a dream about the cave. I dreamed that I gave the miner some important things. Have you heard of the cave? I know of it, but first you must remember who you are. Find me later and I'm going with Stargazer to the center of the zone. Bye, see you again. Well then, I'll have to search for the truth myself. And this is my artifact. Excellent. Again, I get radiation. Cool.
Вот так и загнешься. Не за хвост собачий. Выручайте! Кто-нибудь! Вот так и загнешься. Не за хвост собачий.
Вот такое, знаешь кто?
Выручайте!
Ah,
Как-то поймали наемники
not
сталкера.
cool.
Подошли к колодцу, окунули его головой вниз по пояс. Через минуту достают и спрашивают.
A medkit, give me a medkit. Here you are.
Замеченный. Именно так и нужно лечить людей. Отдавай им аптечку. Всегда носи с собой запасные аптечки, чтобы ты мог
Thanks.
помочь не только себе.
Ну, тот и не выдержал. Блин,
Oh, okay, now I'm listening very carefully. Jerry told me you might know something about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Why is everyone talking such a interesting in him lately? Okay, I can say I know him personally. We did communicate through. My guys took some shots at him once. No one got hurt. It was clear his party had been... What the fuck? Dogs.
We're
Again.
done with those mutants.
What the fuck? Okay. Hidden things. Thank you. What about the options? Because we need rare stashes. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I think we'll find something interesting in the stash. We got a couple of questions. What the fuck? Hey Fox, how it's going? How it's going? The dogs ripped my pants to shreds. They stick like lice. Listen, Mark 1, I left a parcel at the duty roadblock at the dump. The gun's not bad. I just tried to fight off dogs. Would you bring it to me? Meanwhile, I will banish my wounds and fix my arm. Don't worry, the reward will be cool. No problem, I'll go and I'll do some recon at the same time. Do you always need first aid kits? You bet I do. Those blind dogs have mutated even more these days. One tiny wound's enough to croak. That's why one should be disinfected on the spot and cut out all junk infected tissue. If you're up to this, I'll give you a receipt for 10 first aid kits. They better be the army ones. I heard the one who gets them from Kuznetsov. The army ones. Might as well ask for the scientific ones. Why think small? Alright, I'll bring you wherever I can get. Again! What the fucking dogs? I cannot sit idle. Is there anything to do? No. What we get? 12 tails of dogs. Excellent. We can take to Tolik 5.
И все они лучше стариков знают.
Oh. One med. What? Not cool, not cool. Now we'll try to check this stash. I hope there is something cool. And sure, we have another dogs here. Alright. This place. And let's see. Free medkits. What the fuck? Not so rare. 3 army medkits and 5 bandages. Bandages. But we have some medkits and that's cool. Let's return to Wolf and Siderich to complete these missions and get the reward. Another dogs. Excellent. And we don't have more anti-radiation. Repair. What the fuck? Some bandits here. Excellent. Let's try again. One down. Alright. Another bandit is here. MP5 and Another loot. Oh, Stone of Blood. Excellent. We'll use it. Alright, to the Fox we'll collect 10 science medkits, because science medkits give you the best reward. Petrucha. Nothing. Ah, yeah. We need a jacket for Nimble. We get a pseudo dog here. Mild jacket. Yeah, it's it. Let's return a dog. Stalkers. And now we can crash these boxes. Maybe there is something inside. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, another canister with gas. Oh, medkit and bandage. Excellent. Nimble. About that task. Find new mail jacket. It's done. Excellent. Stone flower. Bullets, bullets, and is there any job? Oh, meat chunk. 10 bandages. And what you can take me? 5,000 rubles. No. What else? 15. Okay,
Ну что ж, не надо. Не надо пожалеть.
we'll try.
Черт, не стреляйте, не надо. Да не надо, я сдаюсь. Я
Yes.
сдаюсь, мужик, я не...
10 canned food. No, we don't take. Don't have. We don't have it. Listen, Wolf, why are you not shaved? It's a new image. What are you talking about? I would like to say that my razor is in the stash. It must be not far away, but I can leave notices. Do me a favor, bring it. And I'll give you a good armor. I guess your jacket protects you only from the wind. Huh. Yeah, don't mind. I need a good armor. Tell me where your stash is. Do you remember the place where you recently had Nimble? So, to the east of this auto station, there is a road which will lead you to a crash tunnel. That's where I hid my backpack and the razor. It's now here as well, so I think everything is still there. No problem, I'll go now and bring your razor. That's very interesting mission, and why you will see later. Hello Wolf, all quiet? The military is described was the routine, apart from that everything's fine. Here I found a document. Is it the one? Yes, yes, it's the one. Take the rifle, no ammo through. Alright. Kalashnikov. Try and speak to Kuznetsov. Maybe will help you with ammo. Oh, and drop by Sidrich. He's got some job for you. Everything is fine. I see you worried about something. The distance of a young boy is bothering me. His name is Senya and he's an amateur photographer. That was he doing in the zone, with not a nature reserve. Oh, a lot of text. So, Wolf wants that we will find this Senya and don't worry yet, maybe he's been lying in wait trying to get a good shot, and he's could lose his PDA. Maybe you are right, but I'm warned anyway. If you meet him or find out something, let me know right away. I most certainly will. Any job? Eliminate the can. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's try. Droplets, pistol cartridges. Here only bullets, and here slime.
По-хорошому відійди, еге? І пожив ти б чого хорошого, але ж немає.
That's cool. Droplets we need for radiation. And where? Alright.
Шиночки би зараз свіженької, копченої, та з чорним хлібцем свіжим, з чесничком, та
Толік.
чарочку.
Чого знудилися,
Some blind beasts. Collect 5 dog tails. Brought you the tails. Well, Mark 1, thank you. Taken before we start steaming. Here, take it. Here I wrote down a receipt for creating meat chuck. Enough I've not tried to out yet. Take that handgun too, I've no use for it. My machine gun uses ammo of different caliber.
Не було кращої мелодії.
Вот это как медом помазал.
Pants.
Сальца бы хорошего сейчас.
He needs
С черным
his
хлебушком
pants.
свежим.
There is a
с
watchtower
чесночком.
at the checkpoint in the north of Cordon. There's dickheads through the backpack with my pants in onto its roof. Can you get it? No promises, but if I pass by there, I will look for it.
Какого черта мне сюда понесло?
Okay.
Сидел бы лучше дома, первопроходец.
Ох, як не хочеться мені за сьогодні.
Siderich. Let's go to Siderich.
Got anything valuable?
Something has been worn out a little. Look, can you no. No. Any special missions? Siderich, should I immediately tear your head off or wait a bit? What are you talking about? What happened? What happened? Why the devil did you send me to search for Nimble and didn't say anything about what's going on here? Did you listen? You took the task and escaped. Did you decide to repay faster? So I got what I wanted. Next time you will listen to what they say to you. Well, let's assume that you have returned part of the debt. And for the job I will give you ammunition to the pistol and first aid kit. Are you satisfied? Cedar, have you lost your mind? What PM? One needs a machine gun here. Well, of course, I will not give you a machine gun, but what about PM? It's a good gun. If you learn to shoot, it will be priceless. I always have cartridges to it, so what do you take? No, Sidrich, it will not work out like this. Then give me the cartridge for the sawn off. Now I have it too. And it's more powerful. Okay, I'm sold, Tolkien. Take your ammo and get out of here. Where we go? Not this PM smart ass. Yeah, it's Siderich. About the task, eliminate the camp. I figured out this. Bullets, okay. Hi Siderich. Wolf told me that I must get to you. What do you want? Yes, Mark 1. I tell to Wolf to find for me a stalker for the important mission. Very important. My reputation is... Okay. I'm listening. Okay. He wants a very rare artifact Inferno, and we for sure must to find it. Okay, I will go to Forgotten Woods and will find your cores and artifact. Excellent. No. Oh, get Bloodsucker's tentacles. Yes, I'll do it. It's done.
Пожрать бы чего хорошего. Да, вот ведь как грустно все выходит.
Работай на меня, сталкер, и такого с тобой не случится.
Да задолбал этот Сидор со своей рекламой по всем каналам. Сейчас пойду и сожру его. Васек, не ходил бы ты сейчас на кордон. Там как раз у Сидора заказ на щупальца. Вот, блин, засада. Что делать? Пойду на затон, на заброшенную лесопилку. Удачи. Да, еще таких походов, как вчера. Да еще, чтоб хабар не хуже. Во, Петруха, что он тут делает? Здоров, Петруха, как дела? Не понял. Петя, что случилось? Ух ты ж, ёпта, обкромсали. Ты что, на кордон ходил? Бедола. А не переживай, через месяцок новые отрастут. Вон смотри, Васек с лесопилки возвращается. А с тобой-то что случилось, Вася? Похоже, недополучит кардан инструменты для грубой работы. Что там у тебя, Вась? Рашпиль?
Yeah, bad day for bloodsuckers.
Да, не повезло сегодня с Асаном. А вот не хрен лезть куда не следует. Ну, лузеры.
Excellent. And it's not only a video. We can find this box of vodka. And I know where. What else? What else we can get? No, we don't have it. Okay, okay. What is this? Walter.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there.
Okay, we need this.
Not bad.
Very
Some
important
pretty
thing.
good stuff you've got there.
And what else? I think we need this, but we don't have enough money. Okay. Alright, we can.
Not bad. Some pretty good stuff you've got there. That's my boy. You've made my day.
We have 9 bottles of vodka. We need one more. And it's all. Where we can get it? Night Star. Faster, faster. I found your artifact. Thanks. Dosimeter. We have a dosimeter. Excellent. Some money. And No, we can't.
Man, dog food is more valuable than this.
Ah, reward. Excellent, excellent. Bulletproof 4%. Excellent. A gun. We don't have silencer.
Well,
And
good hunting,
we
Stalker.
must find the first stash of collector in the village. It will be here. As you see, it's here. And what? Search at cordon near the tunnel. Okay. What tunnel? Let's go. No active tasks. 10 bottles of vodka. Find the bandit. Find jellyfish. Okay. I know where we can get it. Here. No boars. A bandit. Here is. Okay. Wait a second. Something wrong with the chat. Okay. Let's continue. Nimble. Nimble is here. Nimble, how are you? Brought you a jellyfish. Wonderful. Now let me try and get this transmutation done. Take it, and how is it to be done? That fox said this: jellyfish, stone's blood, bandage, and canned food are to be thrown in whirling anomaly. That will come of it. I didn't catch that, but it's something more worthy. That's for sure. Any job? Okay. We did it. What else? Razor. We need a razor. Okay, let's go. No. First we need to take... What the fuck? Bloodsuckers. Almost. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bloodsuckers. Not bad. What is this? Another artifact. And what is this? Soul. Okay. Sledgehammer, Mauser, shower, razor. Black energy and 2 droplets. Okay. Now we need this. Now you understand why it's very funny. I think we can use some grenades. More zombies. Fuck! What the fuck? A lot of zombies. A little FPS. Ah, okay. Okay, finally. Let's use sledgehammer.
Кровинушка ты моя, родненький ты наш. А зубов-то уже нет.
Okay. Alright, now we can get the first stage of the collector. Gloves, bullets, medkit, zombie's hand, and notebook page. Stalker, if you got this, Got to this stash, and if you're reading this note, then it means my life had taken a tragic turn, having made me unable to pick up that stash. It so happened that I had to find a pair of artifacts at a radar to complete a certain order, and they were born only there. While hiding from the monolithian patrol, I got into the anomalous substance, resembling a cloud of dense fog, and that seemed to have appeared out of nowhere and wasn't revealed by the anomaly detector. It wrapped around me, and in a few seconds I fainted and came to my senses in good health and full of energy. After a while I discovered I could determine animal's location without any instruments, and the radiation at radar wasn't affecting me at all. And then things started rolling. I found those artifacts for my order. I also noticed I could easily determine that artifact was to be formed from the merging of which anomalies. I reached the Chernobyl zone, getting across the fields of anomalies, looked into the sarcophags, found a lot of rare and so far unknown artifacts. When I moved to cordon dropping in the most dangerous anomalous places on my way, I've made well-hardened stashes with the loot in every part of the zone. I put a note in each stash with the clue as to the location of the previous one and also a few tips in some other places. In case a note falls into the wrong hands, to someone who finds it, it will be very difficult to locate the hiding place, which is not a problem for me. Well, I thought then I was going to live as a rich man, buy my own little place, and I got lost in a daydream. The zone gives, but it takes just as much. I noticed already in the bar place that I was growing more tired and each passing day. Approaching Cordon, having once looked at myself in the mirror, I realized I was aging by the days, not years. In short, a day for me to live was a year for many. I made this stash a bit more than a month after the accident at Radar. That's what Bravo Stalker. Sometimes the zone plays mean tricks on you. Even got me a senile sclerosis. I've noted down the places where my next stash might possibly be, but have forgotten the exact location of it. Sclerosis. Good luck to you, and I'll be watching you swearing over it from a distance at Cordon, in a tree in the forest behind the military roadblock. Examine everything where you're supposed to move on rails, among the rocks between the rails. Okay, understand. Now let's use text for collector stashes. Okay. All right. Let's take it and let's find the next stash. Here it is, your razor, take it. Thanks a lot, you have blood. Take the armor as I promised. It's brand new. I know you want to say there were some other things in my stash. I know I didn't forget. That was where. You can take everything. You need it more now. Okay, if you say so.
От чортівня. Я оце дупою, мабуть, думав, коли про фотоапарат забувся. Хоч би мильницю яку. А то ж хто повірить, що тут таке?
И чё б такого выдать?
We need vodka. No vodka. Who you are? Oh hey. Hello, I haven't seen you here before. Who you are? Who are you? Hello champ, call me Kostya. I'm a stalker, like everyone here. I came to search on business. And who are you? I don't know yet. I woke up recently here. I don't remember what happened to me before. They call me Mark 1. Well, nice to meet you, Mark 1. How are you? Ah, I will tear Cedar's head off and I will be okay. Why? Wait a second.
Оставил бывалый сталкер свою машину в кустах. Только уходить. Видит, рядышком с ним уже кровосос ошивается. Ну, сталкер ему и говорит, валил бы ты отсюда, пока цел. А тот обиделся, 100 лет, мол, мне твоя машина не нужна. А сталкер ему отвечает, машина, может, и не нужна, блин. А вот похабщину нацарапать на ней, это вы мастера.
Смотрю, вмятина в земле характерная. Ну, на трамплин похоже. Ну, наверняк бросаю болт и охреневаю. Болт, блин, нафиг пролетает, хоть бы хны. Но, думаю, глюк перепил спиртяги, пока по зоне шастал. Таких визуально все понимаешь, ну все как трамплин. И тебе грунт светлее, на кромке приплюснут. Ветерком оттуда тянет, листики летают по спирали. Так, значит, присел, взял камушек с земли, кинул навесиком. Ну, думаю, ща рванет. Так нет. Камушек спокойно упал на грунт, как будто там нет никакой аномалии. Упал и все тут. Ну, я распотел. Чуйка подсказывает, что это особняк. На корточках тихонько подползаю. Подкидываю камушки. Рефлекс, мать его. Подполз, не поверите, вплотную. Взмок, как мышь в комбезе. Камушки, которые подкидывал, лежат аккурат в флеши. Но моя сталкерская нутро говорит, сваливать надо. А я нет. Особняк, надо разобраться. Значит, волынку на колени поклал. И усраться, блин, тяну руку в трамплин к одному из камушков. Прикиньте, а? Взял. Камушек как камушек. И вот тут-то, значит, и сработало. Но меня откинуло метров на 5. Зря, конечно, камешек трогал. Падла заработала. Еще пока летел, видел, как камни в пыль разодрало. Стукнулся, отключился. Но камень я с тех пор с собой тягаю. Вот так.
Старые и молодые долговцы идут по зоне. Вдруг старый останавливается и шепотом говорит молодому: «Тихонько иди вон к тому дереву». Голова сидит на цыпочках, пополз, аж вспотел. Дошел и руками показывает, мол, дальше-то что делать? А бывалый как завопит радостно: «Вот, я же говорил, брешут, что тут аномалия».
Alright, I think I will finish now. I need to make some things. No problem. What's the stash? Okay.
Удачной охоты, сталкер.
So, thanks for everyone. Thank you for watching. And see you next time. If this stream will get 100 likes, we'll continue. Bye everyone.